The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
There's a girl, she's a star, she's got style, Steffi Star, you see her face around the town, she's popular, Steffi Star.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Weinstein.
I'm Meredith Keach.
And we have an awesome guest today.
Again.
Coming
back.
Oh, yeah. You came on. Okay, first of all, her name is Tricia Cromwell.
Welcome.
Yay, Tricia. Yay.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, we had Tricia. When did you come on? Years ago. When
like
Meredith
1985.
And I, 1985,
I think so.
she
Yeah.
came on. We had
Yeah.
our TV show.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on, by the way, because a lot of the guests were too scared to come on.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, they didn't want to be on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a ham.
Well,
where are the cameras? There's my
podcast
angles.
seems to be much easier for guests. Like, we're booked out now for months, which is amazing.
We basically have a waiting list.
But it was hard for when it was a TV show.
Yeah, people are like, I'm too scared. I don't want to come on.
Really?
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
they're more comfortable, even though there's still a camera.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's unobtrusive.
I agree, because the setup, this is like far more intimate than the
Yeah.
whole couch.
Right.
And now, am I a patient?
Right.
What am I doing here?
Yes,
So
and-
I guess I could see that.
And I think the magic is the headphones.
Oh, is it? It's like safety.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't hear anything else in the world. You're just dialed into conversation, and that's the fun. It's just slow life down and have a conversation with somebody.
That's a good
Unless
point.
you're Baltazar.
He threw us off.
He
If he comes
he
back,
was like,
he didn't want to wreck his hair.
yeah, he didn't want to wreck
Stop.
his hair.
And he does this every day for a living, so he doesn't. I don't know.
He was like,
We'll have to ask him.
yeah, he only wore like
He'll come back.
one. He was like so cool.
Yeah.
All right, maybe that's how you do it. I don't know.
So Tricia, the last time you were here, I actually texted Stephanie this morning. I said, "Tell me what's going on with Tricia, because I don't have time to go dig through her social."
I
What are
said,
we
how the
doing?
hell am
Yeah.
I supposed to know?
She said, "I don't know." She texted me, and I
The
booked
girl
her.
signed up for the podcast. I don't know what she wants
Any
to
of us
talk about.
know? We're all just winging it. Isn't that what we're all doing?
That's how we go through life, girl.
Pretty much,
Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
I
much.
just-
I
I just
talked to a
need
client
to-
this morning. I was like, "I don't know, I got to go, but can I send you the agreement?"
Right.
And it's like, "Sure."
We just need to exhale for a minute.
Yeah. Recenter.
Okay, so here we go. Nice. So last time you came on, you were a stylist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you still a stylist?
Still am.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
And it was
Yeah.
trust in Tricia.
Yes, still is.
Are we
Nice.
still trusting you?
We are all still trusting me. Yes,
I love
please,
it.
and
Thank
you.
God.
Good.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, I started with the wardrobe consulting, and which I still do. Like, I still have my regulars, but I've transitioned into closets, which the timing was so crazy because I kind of started before COVID. Then during COVID, we didn't get dressed. And
Right.
Even now, some people still don't wear pants. Like, they're
Yeah.
working from home.
Right.
When I work with fashion clients now, we're like getting rid of the button downs, the ties, the suits, because it's even people
Right.
that are back to work. It's so much more casual now. So I had just randomly in my brain made the switch to more organization, because I also found people don't wear their clothes because they can't find them.
That's me.
And yes, because they don't know what's in their closets. And then you buy multiples.
Right.
And why do I have 4 of these? Because I just couldn't find it because I don't have a system. So I had kind of switched, and then COVID happened, and I found that people were investing in their homes more, which I'm sure you guys know, right? Because that's where everybody started working out of, schooling the children out of. And I think that everything has kind of switched to less shopping, a little bit more minimalist. Let me use what I have. Let me know what I have before I'm going out. There aren't as many events anymore, or people are kind of recycling outfits differently than they used to. So I feel like the fashion scape has changed, still doing it. But I think it starts with organization, because if you don't know what you have, you're not going to wear it. So I have the clients that cross over and I do their closets, and then I have clients that I just style and shop for.
I mean, I'm speechless.
We're always
I was
speechless.
captivated there.
Well, I just did a closet clean out, 6 bags.
Go.
Yes.
Good for you.
And I am not buying. I am not buying anything right now.
That's what I hear. People are going
Clothes-wise.
on like a full year not trying to buy anything for
Oh,
a
well,
year.
that's not.
No, that's not a thing.
You know what? Let's not be dramatic.
Facts. I agree.
And
I completely agree.
So the other thing with me is if I don't see it, I don't know I have it.
That's what
I
it
can't
is.
remember what I have.
Yes.
So I really have to see my shoes,
Yes.
my tops, my dresses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been much better. I
So-
can find my shit.
That's the point. So let me ask you, how was the process for you? Like, what was your mindset? Were you like, I'm overwhelmed, I don't care what I'm letting go of? Or was it once you started getting into it where you're like, well, I might need this, I should keep this? Or were you like relentless?
No, I really got rid of stuff.
Good for you.
Yeah, I said, you know what?
You
I
decided.
haven't worn this. Yeah, so I just did section by section in my closet.
Good.
Yep, and I tried some things on just to make sure, and I got rid of them.
And where did you get rid of it to?
Well, my cleaning person from my house, I give her all my stuff.
Oh,
and she brings it. Yeah, she brings it to her local church. Yeah, it's so great.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I gave her 6 bags, and she's so grateful.
I love
So I'm
that.
helping out people.
Yeah.
That's what
And-
makes it feel so much better.
Exactly.
Passing on something you love that you know someone else
Right,
is going to love.
because
now.
I got rid of some nice stuff that I
Yeah.
could have sold,
Yep.
but then I didn't want to go through the hassle.
That's what it is. It's not easy.
I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? Money flows. It comes in, it goes out,
That's
and I'm helping
right.
other people. So
That's the part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually just wrote an ebook on how to clean out your closet, like some tips.
so tell us your tips.
So, well, you just nailed one of them, is starting in sections. I think the idea of it is just so overwhelming. A lot of people are like looking for something in their closet, shut the door, walk away, because that is too much of a project.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second? Remember Marie Kondo?
Yeah.
So she said, take everything out of your closet, which I did when that book came out. And so I had clothes on my bed from my bed that hit my ceiling.
Yeah.
And
I've
talk
seen it.
about overwhelming.
Yes.
And then you're supposed to pick up each piece.
Yeah.
I love you. Do I still want you?
I do like that approach, though. I can see it being overwhelming, but the nice piece is if you take everything out and then you clean or refresh or paint or whatever and then
Yep.
put it back in. But it can be that's an event.
That's an event.
Right, that's an event,
Completely.
which
can't-
my closet could use because my closet needs a paint, and so that would be nice. But like,
You don't have time
I
to
don't
sit
have
there.
time.
I mean,
Yeah.
it
I don't
is
have time.
hours and
Yeah,
hours.
I don't have
That's
time.
why
Oh,
if you
sure
just
is.
do the section, you can clean one section at a time.
Yeah.
Go through that section
Yeah.
of clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So when I'm doing it with a customer and we're side by side and I'm kind of like coaching you, I'm pulling everything out. Like I'm bringing my garment
Yeah.
racks, pulling everything out. We need to see what we have.
the garment racks.
If you're doing it on your own, 10 out of 10 do not recommend pulling everything out because you're going to stop. You're going to get to, it's
Yes.
tiring.
It's tiring.
Like
It's
I
tiring.
equate it to kind of like going to the gym. Like you could go to the gym and like walk on the treadmill for a few and then you're like, I'm out of here. But if you have a personal trainer that's like, now give me 10 more, now do 10, you're going to. So
right.
it's kind of like if you have a friend or a stylist, organizer that can help you, then I think you could take it on because it's 2 people tackling it.
Tricia, what's the
It's a
name of
big
your book?
project. How to Clean Out Your Closet.
I mean, hello.
Where can you get it?
It's on Amazon and it's also on my website, trustintricia.co.
Hey, check it
Yeah,
out.
I'll have to
I
give
love
you guys
that.
a copy.
Tricia.co.
Why did I bring it?
I don't know. That's
terrible.
Well,
rude.
you know, we need it
Rude,
for
so
our
rude.
clients because
We do.
it's so overwhelming for people.
And you know,
Especially when they're moving.
but
right?
you know what?
Packing up
That's
to
like a
move.
great gift, a
Yeah.
great buyer gift, a
Yep.
gift certificate for Tricia.
Yep.
She will come meet you at your new house
Yes.
and help you organize your closet.
That's right.
I love that idea.
Yeah, and I have.
I'll be doing that.
That's
I
brilliant.
love that. Yes,
I know.
Yes, we're
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
And I've done like because the software that I use to design the custom closet aspect is literally fun. Like I would do it for fun. I love it. So I've had agents send me like the dimensions for a house they're listing and I'll put together a design and they put it with the packets or they put it out at the open house. This is the potential of the primary closet.
Well, I think our guests need to know that you also design closets.
Yes.
So you help basically anything to do with the closet. You are
what did
an
you
expert
just call
in.
me earlier?
A closet whore.
I'm the closet whore.
I love that. I want you to change your name.
Me too.
Honestly, I think you get a lot more business.
Yeah, I might make
Closet
way
whore.
more money.
Hashtag.
I'm going to look up that hashtag when we're done.
So great.
Yeah.
gonna be good.
I mean, anything to do with the closet, though. So if
Yes.
you want to have it designed, or just deal with the stuff inside of it.
Yes.
The shit.
Yes.
Right.
Because what happens, so when I was working with my doing wardrobe consults and pulling everything out, and we're editing and, making outfits for people. Now when I go to put it back, in my brain, I need it to go back in an organized way so that they keep up with it, obviously. And then there's one rod and one shelf in the closet, and I'm like, your shoes have to go somewhere, and like your folded clothes and your purses, you have no shelving. So then I started, this was 2016, I started getting the closet kits from like Home Depot and Lowe's and installing those in people's closets. But that's just standard size. And then I couldn't do everything I needed. So then I had my installer cutting, like we're buying 2 kits and cutting the pieces and like trying to fit it together. And then I just finally pulled the trigger, like I said, in, was it 2000? It was right before COVID. I pulled the trigger, got a wholesale account with a manufacturer out of New Jersey. That's amazing. And now I offer custom closets. So I can go in and design it exactly, not only to fit the space, but to fit your wardrobe. Like, what do you need to go inside? And then further, it's a full closet transformation. If you need the painting, which most people do, because when else do you paint a closet? And once you remove the older system and you fill the holes, who knows what's underneath there? Like, we've found different color wallpaper and just all type of random things. So if you need lighting, if you need to switch doors, right now I have a client that has the bifold doors that we're going to make into swing doors for her. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
She's going to love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's full closet transformation so that your closet's aesthetically pleasing, but also it's able to be organized in a system that you can maintain. Because what is the point of me designing something in my brain and knowing, all right, she could put her shoes there and her jeans there, but not telling her.
Right.
Then how does she know how to
Right,
put it away?
right.
And I tell you, 80% of the clients that I revisit their home, because doing custom closets is contagious. So a lot of times they're like, I need my bedroom done. And then I'm back for the pantry and the laundry room and the kids' closet.
love that.
But when I go back, their closet looks the same. I'm not even kidding. It's the same as when I left it.
Well,
And
it's
they're like,
easy, right? Because if you have a place for certain
exactly.
things,
You take it out, you
right.
put it back.
Yeah.
And when it looks good, you don't want to mess it up. So
No.
you maintain
now
it.
I've been keeping my closet door open so I can
Right.
look at my beautiful shoes.
Isn't it different?
Yes, I
It's a
love
whole
it.
different vibe.
Yes.
And that's what I say, because obviously custom closets is an investment, right?
Sure.
Like it's not,
It's worth it.
it's so worth it. But it's my pet peeve when people say, oh, it's just a closet.
No.
No, I don't need to paint it. It's just a closet. I'm like, it dictates the organization of the whole room. Like,
Yes.
I have so many clients that come to me, I don't want any furniture in my bedroom anymore. Okay, so we're popping the drawers in the closet. I mean, that dictates what furniture you might have in the room, what organization you might have in the room. And like you said, I've had clients that didn't even want us to put the doors back on because they're like, oh, this looks so good and it's so open and wow, like it's not just a closet, people.
Right. Now, I did have my closet done years ago, but he never put in a section for my long hanging stuff.
Because it was a man, right?
Yes.
Sorry, sir. But yeah. I see that very
Yeah,
often.
and so I'm like,
Well, he's not doing it anymore.
no.
Oh.
No, and when I had it done, I mean, I loved it.
Yep.
But now as the years have gone on, I'm like, wait, everything's dragging on the floor.
Yeah.
He didn't know I had so many shoes.
We didn't know what to
And
do
so
with the
I have shoes from the bottom to the top.
Oh,
so
I
that
love
took
that.
up a giant
Yep.
section of the closet. And then
Yeah.
I have whatever. But
Yep.
yeah, so you meet with a client and you look at their wardrobe.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I measure.
What do you have for long gowns or long dresses?
Oh, yeah,
or-
yeah.
Right.
I'm counting, how long are your jackets? How long are the dresses? What is the width in inches that you need for hanging? How many shoes do you have? Your purses? Do you have bureau drawers in the room? If not, we need to make up for that with bins, shelves, drawers, whatever.
I'm wondering, how do people store their jeans?
I hang mine.
You do?
Like
how?
on a
Like
double-
half folded or like
Clip.
from the belt, long hanging?
Yep.
So I always admire people that can do that, because how do you have the space?
I don't know. I didn't install their wire racks, and I actually.
No!
I know, but I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I like the wire racks. They came with my
Said
house.
No one ever.
Right.
The dust.
So it goes onto your clothes and not the shelf.
And then my housekeeper cleans it up.
Excuse me?
Well, your housekeeper
Dust
could
doesn't
dust the
accumulate on my
shelf,
wire
too.
racks.
I have no dust.
I'm sorry. It is truth. It is nuts.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something about
Never
Meredith.
heard that.
Yeah, Meredith says no to everything off the bat. Everything is no. Then she
That's
starts
amazing.
thinking about things.
Well, so I have a long rectangle closet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the right. My husband's on the left. For some reason, I gave him the bigger portion when we moved in.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the smaller portion, but the smaller portion ultimately works better for me because of Stephanie's point, because the smaller portion has the full length for my dresses and my pants. Where if I was on the longer section,
It only has the two.
racks. And then it has the shelf unit. It's got 2 shelving units on either side. But then way up the top is area for where my husband puts like his boxes of whatever.
Because he can reach.
Because he can
Yes.
reach. And I do have a top one too. And so I have like a hat box up there and, my box for my scarves and things that like I don't use very often. So the tops of those get dusty, but that's an area that I don't use every day. So if I didn't have a closed door and it were just a shelf, it would get nasty up there. Truth.
Tricia.
But don't you know that the same dust that would accumulate on the shelf is just falling through onto your clothing?
Except I touch my clothes constantly. I am a purger. Like this closet, and I seasonally take it out. I'm not going to say I'm
good.
like crazy organized. I am not. But I hate the feeling right now of going in my closet because I bought a lot of stuff and I do purge. Because I put it up in the attic in the winter. The fall and winter clothes go up, cycle down, spring, summer, right? And so I purge then, but I've got too much in there right now. So it's actually, I touch everything with some frequency except for that
sense.
top shelf.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I don't like the feeling of keeping clothes that don't fit me anymore.
Yeah.
No,
Good.
you're supposed
Good
to
for
get rid
you.
of it. Right.
Good for you.
I just
That's
don't
good.
like it. It makes me feel bad about myself.
It's super limiting. Like
Right.
you look
Yeah.
at your wardrobe and you're like, that one thing right there doesn't fit. I have nothing. Nothing
Right.
fits.
Yes.
Nothing fits.
Yeah.
Right.
It affects my demeanor,
meant
and I don't know if that's like a
completely
normal thing or not, but for me, it makes me feel bad.
No, it's like you wouldn't go into like a teen store
No.
to go shopping. Nothing
Right.
would
Right.
fit and you wouldn't want it. So
And
why
like
would you?
my shape changes constantly. I
Accurate.
didn't realize it, but it does.
Yes.
I
Yeah, it
just
does.
took some of my skinny stuff that I couldn't part with, but I put it up in the loft, so I don't see it.
I love that.
Fine.
Yeah, so it's
That's
away.
the
Yeah.
part.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
next year I'm going to go through it again. And
That's
if
the way to
they-
do
If
it.
it still doesn't fit, goodbye.
Yeah.
And
but
I-
I'm not looking at it.
I've learned something too.
What?
That annually, I have some things that I have to buy seasonally.
Like?
So,
what?
for example,
Sweaters.
yes, in January and February, I'm cold constantly, right? It's just the weather here is cold and wet and I want to be warm. And so I have to have a 3/4 boot
Absolutely.
and I have to have sweaters that I can cycle through each winter. And I feel like when I was younger, you'd keep a sweater for like ever. Was that like a thing from like a throwback from my mom's generation? I don't know. Like getting rid of a sweater was like something you didn't part with. But now I need new sweaters
And
every
it's
year.
different material now too. It's the fast fashion as opposed to
Okay.
like the substantial wool sweater that you
Yes.
might have had forever that your mom was like, no, that's expensive, young
Yeah.
lady. And now it's
That's Polly
fast
and
fashion.
Esther.
Yeah,
Fast
and
fashion.
it gets the pill balls on
Yes.
it, and you can
Yes.
get a new one for
Right.
$30, $40.
Yes.
So you do.
Yes.
I think it's a sign of the times too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've also come a long way, Keach.
Oh, dramatic.
You used to
Like
I mean,
what?
well, just like she had this nasty water bottle
Yeah.
that she wouldn't get rid of. So she was the type of person who just wouldn't get rid of things.
Yeah.
But I have noticed a change
Yeah.
in you in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Where you are getting rid of your older stuff.
Yeah, it's your influence.
Yeah.
Is it? I was gonna say what prompted that. Is it really?
Yeah, because she and Alexa have cool stuff all the time. And I'll be
like, I
like,
want cool
why do
stuff."
I have this ugly old water bottle? And they'd be like, I don't know why you have that ugly old water
And
bottle.
meanwhile, well, my
Get
water
a new
bottle
one.
today is not that cute. But
No.
that's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's a good cause.
I should have some
Right.
trust in Tricia
Project
water
one.
bottles.
Oh, do you need some? Oh, you have some?
No, I'm just thinking of it right now.
Oh, you should get some. You can call the problem solver.
Yeah.
Jason Weinstein.
Yep.
Okay.
He does all our promotional products.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's easy.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get water bottles.
Problem solver.
Stuff. God, my whole house feels right now. I don't know if it's from being the winter, but
Well, you have 3 kids.
it's
a
just
dog.
feeling heavy right now. It's feeling like just full.
How old are your kids?
Like teenagers.
Yeah. They have a lot of stuff and they leave
They're,
messes.
I mean, then they're great, honestly, about purging. I
good.
was never a secret purger of my kids' stuff.
Uh-huh.
And my husband's either. I would say openly, like,
Yep.
let's move some of the stuff on and you can pass it on, give it to someone else. They always want to sell it. And I'm like, I'm not
Yep.
having a stranger come to the house for $25 to buy your Lego kit.
Right.
And,
Right.
and they would tell me, like, I'm not ready to move those on. Okay, well, let's pack it up and put it in the basement so it's out of sight for a bit, or give it away. And so it's given them the freedom. They never like hoarded because they were afraid they'd come home one day and their stuff would be gone.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
I do the same thing, but I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, because you'll
just
talk to
because
people.
it's second nature.
Yeah.
So my son is super cool with, oh yeah, we'll give away this toy, or
Yeah.
yeah, Mom, I think I'm done with this. I never realized that that was because of
Helpful.
how I was doing it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because some
That's
kids
so true.
you'll talk to people and their kids are like holding on to stuff. And
Yes.
I think a lot of times it's because a parent will be like, oh, I throw their shit away all the time. And I'm like, they probably know.
I do have to admit, when Alexa was younger,
Yeah.
she was gone for the day, so I went through her room and I threw away 6 garbage bags worth of shit.
And what'd she say?
She didn't even know.
Seriously.
Okay, so she
6
didn't know, then she
garbage
didn't know.
bags.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Yeah.
yeah.
Depends on the kid, I guess. Like, I can't move one of my son's rock collection.
Well,
He
yeah.
knows.
Yeah, he'll know.
They're rocks
Yeah.
from
knows.
parking lots.
This one faces due north.
Yes, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you for that. That just made me feel better.
Oh, yeah.
Because momming is hard, so anytime you can hear you did
It
something
is.
right,
Yeah.
run with it.
How old is he now?
7. I have 7 and 1.5.
They're so
You have a
cute.
baby.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, yep, yep. He's walking, not talking yet, but sounding out sounds. But I just signed him up for, because I had him home with me, the beauty of, working for yourself, obviously. So I finally just signed him up for part-time daycare, and I'm like, the world is mine. Who am I? I'm in the car by myself.
Yes.
I
This is
know.
amazing.
Well, I didn't have your cell number. I had your email, so I texted Isabel.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm like, I need Tricia's phone number. So she sent it over. And she goes, by the way, she's probably getting her son ready, and she's dropping the baby off at daycare.
freaking love Isabel. I love
She
Isabel.
goes, you might not hear from her for a couple minutes.
I freaking love Isabel. Let me tell you, I was working with her when I had my 7-year-old, and I was sending him to daycare for the first time, and then I was going into, she was at Keller Williams at the time,
Yeah.
and I was going in right after that, and she's like, okay, so if you have to be late tomorrow, after you drop your son, it's okay. If you have to take some time to get yourself together, I know it's going to be emotional. I'm like, things you never hear from a male boss ever.
Yes.
Right.
Like, I was like, you're amazing.
Right.
But I walked in like, yeah, buddy. Like, woohoo.
Well, they love it, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kids
Of course.
loved. They would go play with their friends all day.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Yeah,
Like,
Right.
what do you
puzzle
mean?
and do games
Right.
and run around and
I
have
know.
snacks and
Yeah.
yeah.
They're
My
good.
kids never went.
No.
But I had to keep busy with activities. So I joined a bowling league. So then they went into the bowling babysitting room. And then,
that's fun.
yeah, and then I had a
I
mahjong
feel like there was
league
still a
and-
stigma back then.
For the daycare?
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, I was going
I'm
to.
sure, because even when I signed my son up, my mom's like, you're going to send him to daycare. You're going to have a stranger with your kids all day. No one's going to take care of him like I did. And I'm like, sure, okay. And he's also going to learn to share, and he's going to get boogies, and he's going to try new foods. My 7-year-old came home speaking Spanish. I didn't teach him Spanish. We don't speak Spanish.
Right.
Like this, it can't be all bad. Relax. And then my mom's like, oh, okay. I see. He did good.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that there's that stigma of like, that's your child.
Yeah.
You had those kids. You better
Yeah.
take them everywhere with you. Put them on your back. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. And it was a lot for you.
It was
to
a lot.
be home.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
We really,
hardest
I
job.
didn't have cell phones and there was no Facebook,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
So you had to
right.
call people to make play dates constantly.
I mean,
Play
it's not for
dates.
everyone to be with
No, I was
children
I
24
was
hours
jealous
a day.
of my
Oh, I
friends who were
couldn't do it.
working.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I'm like, you get like, and Jason, we were married at the time, and he would just like get up and do his thing.
His own thing.
His own thing, because he was getting ready for work. And so I did everything else. And then he came home late. So I had already been with the kids all day, cleaned the house, prepared dinner. Yeah, did all the laundry, did all the school stuff. So gave the baths. It was a lot of work.
That is too much work.
It was a lot of work. In fact, I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
So
I'm exhausted hearing about it.
Yeah, it was too much.
That's secondary
Right.
exhaustion.
Well, I went to go interview places for Lex go to daycare, and I went and I couldn't do it.
Were you
So
like,
it just wasn't the right fit, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, forget it.
yeah.
Well, mine went. They loved it. They'd cry leaving.
Yeah,
Literally.
same. They love it.
They had
That's
so
so
much
great.
fun.
Love their
And you know what's the coolest
teachers
thing
and-
is, maybe it was a year ago, a couple of years ago, we had a Memorial Day party, and I told the kids, you know, you guys invite who you want to invite, what families you guys want to invite. And I'm looking out at the party, and it was all kids that they had met in daycare when they were babies.
No.
So cute.
Oh, I love
Those
that.
are like their oldest connection because they've known each other since they
Forever.
were babies.
Right.
And then they went
Their
through the
whole
school
life.
system together.
Yes, and I noticed that connection with these kids that they keep close. You know, it's not they have other friends that are they're really
course,
close
yeah.
to, but those friends, it's a special bond.
It's like family.
It really is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
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 Aw.
Yeah. We went to a great one in Creative World in Easton, which was wonderful. I don't know if the owners still own it or you know who's over there. We've been out for a bit, but it's also ghastly expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, daycare.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
when I'm talking
Didn't
with
you hear
clients,
me say I put him in part-time?
yeah,
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
is it
That's why.
nowadays?
So where I go is not even expensive. So it's $155 for 2 days. It's basically like
but what's a week for a
$73
baby?
a day.
And babies are like, and it's more expensive
It's
in the
more
city.
for a
I have
baby.
and in the city, it was $200 a week more than here.
Yeah.
It's like what $500 a week?
A friend of mine worked at a daycare in Quincy that I think she said was $800 a week. Here, the one that if my son were to go full time, it would be $375, $3 something.
Yeah.
But that's the least expensive in the
because
area.
he's toddler now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's
And-
crazy.
And do you know that that's not accounted for in when you're getting qualified for a mortgage?
Insane. Because how do I go to work to make the money then? I don't know how people do it.
We were paying more in daycare
Yeah.
than our mortgage.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like at the height of it with 3 kids, you
I
know.
can't
And
imagine.
people have to make the decision, right? So oftentimes one spouse, their income is a wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do it because they have to stay within work, and it depends on what you do, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a
Those
lot.
are the days.
I remember
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
paying all that money.
Yeah, I remember we had a manager, and she was like, "You need to sign your kids up for another day," and I told her what the cost was for another day. She said, "You do not need to." Sign your kids up."
Great advice.
She had no idea how
Yeah,
expensive it was.
sure is.
I
yeah.
mean, it's parents who are shouldering that. It's just so much right now.
Especially for multiples.
My God.
I'm glad I have that gap where my oldest is in public school
Right.
now. So,
Perfect.
So I pay for like an after school program for him on those 2 days so I can work
And
longer.
kindergarten's free now.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, nothing's free, but you know.
No, but yeah.
We had to pay for kindergarten.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You did.
I did.
Yep.
Don't recall.
Yep. That just was eliminated. Like
It was
Wasn't
that
it?
bad.
What about
years
that
ago?
special program that they had?
Which one?
And you had to be accepted to it. It was an after-school program for kindergartners. I don't know, but Gregory got in. It was like getting into Harvard.
Oh.
I waited for that big, thick envelope in my mailbox.
We did
Oh, I don't
it.
think they had
And
it for my
they had
kid.
to interview Gregory, and then when he came walking down the hallway, I forget who the teachers were, and she was laughing and giggling with Gregory, and they were like telling jokes. I'm like, he's
Like,
in.
oh, yeah, he's in there.
Was it for high learners?
No.
Ah.
I don't remember what it was. It was this fabulous program.
Well, the evolution of kindergarten's interesting. I mean, it was not mandatory. You didn't have to
Yep.
go to kindergarten, and it was part-time,
so
2.5
crazy.
hours. Right?
That
I
is
went
which is like
part-time.
preschool.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And then they started offering full-time, which was at the same time that the other kids would go. But there was a stigma for that, too. If you sent your kid to, how
kind of mother are you?
horrible. What kind
Yeah.
of mother are you?
Well, there's also a stigma if you send your kid to overnight camp. Not in the Jewish.
No.
All the Jews send their kids to overnight camps, but
Yeah.
the Catholics, they look at you.
Yeah.
Right. How could you send your kid away for the summer? Why? Because my kid's playing sports all day, going on field trips,
Right.
swimming, and making these connections with these boys that
Exactly.
he still has today. Those were the greatest
Well,
summers.
there might be a reason
of
why the
his life.
Catholics are a little bit nervous about sending their kids off with men.
There's that part.
I mean, there's always that in the back of your mind, like, I don't know what I'm doing to my kid
I get
here.
it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Send him off to the priest.
Right. Yes. Well, we didn't have priests running it. We had. Yeah, I get it.
You had Corey checked adults.
I get it,
We
right.
didn't.
Yeah, right.
Gregory started going to overnight camp when he was 10.
Yeah.
That first time I dropped him off, he was only going for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was hysterical.
Yeah,
I had to
would've been
pull
too.
over on the side of the road and sob. He ended up staying the whole summer.
And loved it.
Yeah. They
That's so
they
funny.
called me and they're like,
My kids would love it. Or
They're
Braden
like,
would.
he wants to stay. I go, what?
My son?
I said, I want to speak to him in a
Yeah.
private room with nobody around. So they're like, fine. So I go, Gregory, are they trying to coerce you to stay at camp? He's like, Mom, I want to stay. I'm like, fine.
Oh, that's cute.
Then he would come home and we would have to like deprogram him. It was like he was in a cult. He didn't even want to see us. And Gregory's like the sweetest thing ever. I get compliments all day long how sweet he is. He would come home, put the covers over his head. He did not want to be home.
Oh.
No
And then after a
way.
few hours, we're like, Gregory, would you like to go out for Chinese food?
Oh.
That
Ding,
was his
ding,
favorite.
ding.
And that was it. And then he was
that
out.
was it for him.
But he really did have to, we had to deprogram him when he came home.
Because he missed his friends.
Yeah.
Aw.
Just having a great time every
Yeah.
day, all day, the entire summer.
Aw.
Yeah. And, you know,
I
his
wanna
two
go
best
to
friends
summer
from camp
Same.
signed his ketubah.
Can we have a mom's summer camp?
Right?
Well, I
Imagine.
talked to Lee at Maplewood about that. I said, why don't you do an adult program here?
Right?
He's like, set it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure, add it to the list.
Right, add it to the, like you have time to go to
He
camp all
doesn't
day.
either. Like he's running a program 365 days of the year. But Maplewood's amazing.
That would be really
if
fun.
I've
you
never
have-
been, I've heard. I've never been
Oh, yeah.
inside.
Oh,
And
it's incredible.
like they have the pond. The pond actually
Yep.
has fish in it.
Yeah.
They have paddle boats. They've got. I mean, that is an unbelievable.
Back in the day,
facility.
that was for the rich kids.
Yeah.
So
Well, it
my
is
parents,
still.
I think it still is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
$8. But your
Yeah.
kids can go there from what 9 to 5.
I think it is 5:30.
yeah, my kids
and they
went.
have every 45 minutes activities.
Yeah.
They have multiple pools.
Gregory
and-
loved it, but Alexa,
great.
she's just not a camper.
Yeah.
She was like me. I went to Sharon Country Day and it was all sports.
Oh.
I'm not a sports person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, please, I don't want to go to camp anymore.
I would have hated it.
I'm like, can I at least go to Maple with my friends? My parents like, no.
Rude.
Well, back then it was a big deal to go to camp. I got to go to camp for 1 week if I was lucky.
Oh, I didn't. I never went.
Camp
I
Umicus in
wasn't-
Middleborough for 1 week.
My siblings went there.
Sounds wonderful.
It was like I sent my kids one year. It was like I didn't know when I was a kid, and I guess kids don't really have frame of reference of time, but it's a 50-minute ride when you go on the
Yeah.
bus.
Toodles.
And they wouldn't get home until like 6 o'clock, and I was like, wow, quite a day.
Yeah,
Good
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to closets.
Okay. Yeah.
Closet.
So Meredith and I have some new construction projects coming up. So I told Tricia I'm going to give her number to my clients so they can schedule a closet.
Can I just say, you know what? I'm going to do what I recommended
What?
to my builder.
What?
What?
Don't put the closet system in.
Leave it.
Oh, my builder
Leave
didn't
it.
either. It's
Okay.
just one big
Yeah.
empty room.
And then
That's what a
I'll
lot of them are
refer
doing
Tricia.
now.
Yeah.
You have brochures? We could get you some.
No more, but
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah.
I have nothing printed
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. So we got to
Yeah,
get some
should.
printed stuff because we'll pass that along. So we were going
yes.
in. I
Even
went
your
in-
cards, your business cards.
Yeah.
And
I
they
went
can
in-
go on. Do you have a website?
Of course.
Yeah.
TrustandTricia.co.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
.co.
So I
haven't
went
had
into
it
the
at the closet
mudroom
for
area
yet.
in the
Why
new
is
build.
it .co and not .com?
It was already taken.
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
I didn't even know there was a .co.
And my builder
Okay.
said, "This is a pantry," and then we were talking about. He's like, "I'll put this and this in there," and I said, "You know, if I were buying the house, that would not be my pantry." And he was like, "Mind blown. Why?" I said, "Well, that would be the all the equipment. The hockey equipment bags would go in there. That's where everybody's shoes would go. That's where winter coats would go. That's where hats and mittens would go.
In the kitchen?
No, you
It
walk
must have
in
been
from the
like the
garage.
entryway.
You've got
It's in the mudroom?
yes.
Oh, okay.
And that's
different.
In his mind, that was pantry. I was like, maybe I'll put like paper
overflow
towels
or
and stuff.
something.
Yeah.
So maybe so maybe keep that closet empty so people that can be a flex
Yeah.
closet because who knows what people need it for.
That's the thing. And then the master
true.
has
Yeah.
primary
Yep.
has 2 walk-ins for the whatever, and then 2 other ones as well.
Oh, nice.
And so
Wait, there's 4 closets in the bedroom?
What? Let me in there.
yeah, so I was like, you know what? And then the laundry, a
That's
full laundry
interesting.
room on the 2nd floor. And he said I was going to put a counter. I'm like, don't, because you know what? She's going to need to design
What
all
she
of
wants.
this
For their life.
Yeah, for
Right,
their
yeah.
life, depending on what they
Right.
have, whatnot.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Right decision. Are you doing the same?
We keep our closets empty.
Okay.
Although in our pantry in the kitchen, it's a walk-in pantry.
Okay.
So they do put a countertop. We have electrical
Nice.
outlets.
Oh,
So
nice.
you can keep your big machines back
Yeah,
there,
I
your
like that.
mixers, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then we also have some shelving and cabinetry.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Works.
You know what I did in
What?
mine? The cabinet doors that go in and out, go in, close.
Yeah.
So I can open it up and it's just all open rather than having a door that opens like this. Retractable doors.
Oh, you open
Oh,
them up
that
and
go
push
into
them
the
in.
sides.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
yes,
good.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, those are fun.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that too for like a little coffee station or
Yes.
something in the kitchen because you can close it off or keep
Yes.
it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
What's
those.
the hottest closet trend right now? Is there anything that people are doing now that they didn't do before?
I think right now it's lighting. Lighting is the hot new thing.
So what are they doing for lighting?
Either puck or LED strips, but I think now it's the custom units have panels like uprights that go on the sides, right?
Yeah.
And then shelves, rods, drawers, anything going between the uprights, so they can route out in the upright to fit in an LED strip, and then the same for underneath the shelving. So if you think like a display case, china cabinet,
Yeah.
kind of entertainment center
Yeah.
lighting, now they're doing that in closets.
How do you feel
That's
about
a big
glass cabinet doors?
I'm doing one right now.
Really?
Yeah, at a current project. So in this particular situation, which is interesting, is that the client is the same, where she's like, if I don't see it, I have no idea it's there. If it's in a bin, if it's in a drawer, never will I know. So it's a pretty big primary. And I like to give a closet a focal point. Even though it's just a closet, because I still, when you walk in, I want there to be something right in front of you that evokes either happiness or comfort or whatever it is. So I would usually put like a drawer bank, but where drawers don't work for her, I'm doing double doors, and the top I'm doing glass. So I initially showed the couple the mock-up. They're like, well, what would we put in there?
Handbags.
Boom, boom. And I'm organizing it for them too. So I said, you don't have to worry about what's going in there. I'm going to put it in there. But it'll be handbags. It'll be shoes. It could be jewelry. It could be just something to break it up, to look nice, and just something inviting. Like, to me, shoes are artwork. I actually have a china cabinet in my living room that has designer bags and shoes in it. 'Cause that's my jam. Not for everyone.
Yep.
But I tell you what, actually, there's actually a woman in Easton. I was going to say her name. I won't. But when I did her closet, she's like, I don't need to display handbags. That's not my thing. I don't need to display them. They're displayed, by the way, on a shelf. Still, I did her closet over a year ago. So you don't think it's important, or you think it might be a waste of space. It's not. Like, there's going to be something I can fill it with. So with glass, yes. And I want to do lighting because I'm intending to make it a focal point. I wouldn't recommend like a bunch of glass doors on the bottom, like you might do in like
Right.
a bar or something. But I love the idea, and it keeps dust out.
I probably need to. Right. I need to redo my closet. What do you do with all your handbags?
Uh-oh.
It's a problem.
I have an entire
It's a
closet
problem.
for bags.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's
You
not.
wouldn't if you saw it. You'd be like, this is not good.
I need to see it.
It's a closet in my room.
Send us a picture.
We need a picture.
And it locks. When our
Yep.
housekeepers come, it's my jewelry and the house's bags, not suitcases, but like backpacks, beach
Oh.
bags. That's the bottom part. weekend travel bags.
Oh, yeah.
String bags. You name it, the bag of 5 people is in the bottom part.
Is it shelving inside?
Yeah, but it's just stacked on top of it. And then I have my old nice bags that I don't know what to do with. You know, maybe not a Louis bag, but like an older Coach bag that I bought secondhand.
Or Dooney and Bork.
Which is my favorite. I love those. So I've got those.
Is that still in, or Dooney and Bork still in, Trisha?
It's very
They
traditional.
still sell them.
Yeah, very traditional. I loved them. Coach, Cole Haan, like nice leather.
So some people are they take very good care of their handbags. They put them back in the dust.
In the dust bag,
In the dust bag, and I don't.
Some people just toss them.
I take terrible care of my stuff.
Yeah.
Terrible. I don't deserve nice stuff the way I take
Where
care
are
of it.
they?
But the thing, they're in my closet, and
a
I
shelf?
did buy those acrylic shelf dividers.
Oh, yeah, I love those.
So I was able to kind of do small bags and medium bags.
good.
So I did try.
Well, I mean, if you put them in their dust bags, I get it, but now I'm not going to see them.
I don't see them. And
what am I going to do? Take the time to take each bag out of its bag?
I won't.
Come on.
People do. People do.
People
And
do.
some people, like, I went into a closet once, and so she had every shoe box. So the shoe boxes were lined
With a
up on the top.
Polaroid.
Yes.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's not me. It's not me.
Hey, whatever works for you.
Yeah, it's just not me.
It's not me either.
That's time consuming. I'd rather just put it in a clear bin. Then
Right.
You could see it, and then you could interchange boxes.
Right. I don't have time.
Yeah,
No, I
that's
don't have
a
time.
lot. I mean, that's why there's people like me. So anybody who wants photos of their shoes, I'll do it.
You know what I need purged is my jewelry closet.
Oh, me too.
You know, jewelry is hard. I actually have to do mine too because it's so small. You can have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't take up a lot of space.
Right.
So you're sure I can throw that in a drawer and it always fits.
Right.
And
You know,
I
this
wear
just
a lot
of it.
necklaces I haven't worn in years.
I wear
Yeah,
5%
I do too.
of
Right.
what's
Me
in that
too.
closet.
Same.
Then I inherited all my mother's stuff. So
Yeah.
I just have so much stuff because my sister's like, I don't want any of this crap.
And I still have one
Like,
bag
oh.
of gold that I could sell, but I'm like, I feel like I should keep it in case of an emergency.
Meredith K. Keach, sell that gold.
Makes
case I
no
need an
sense.
emergency,
It's in a
12 bucks.
Ziploc bag. Broken necklaces. I'm like, well, gold. Maybe
just never
like,
know.
There'll be an apocalypse, and I'll have to trade gold. Truthfully, this is what's in my bag.
Might save you. I don't know.
You know what? I don't like wearing long necklaces. Only once in a blue moon because it's too heavy. It
Right,
bugs
it's
me
heavy
after
on
a
your
while.
neck.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's how I felt about the water bras. Remember when the water bras
Yes.
came out?
Oh
Those
my
were
God, I
so
forgot that was a
heavy.
thing.
I ran to Victoria's Secret, bought water
did
bras.
too.
The very next day, I brought them back. She said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I have a neck ache."
Yes. Yes.
Interesting.
They were so heavy. I agree.
What happened to mine?
They switched them to air. Remember? They were
I
like
don't remember,
little
but I guess that was a
airbags.
smart idea.
Yeah.
Airbags.
Like whose idea was it? Water.
I don't know.
What else do I need to purge? My closet needs to be purged. Oh,
Purge any water
Oh,
bras.
you know what I
Right.
did that I was very happy about, but it's more work, is in my new kitchen, I don't have a junk drawer.
Where do you put all the cords? All the USB cords.
I have a cord box.
Good.
But I no longer have places. Well, I do have 2 where they can accumulate. Like my housekeeper's coming today, so I had some things I had to just put away in there. But having a designated junk box means it's an area that's going to be designated to just crap is
anything
going
can
to
get
accumulate
tossed.
Where do you keep a pen?
Scissors.
in my briefcase. And then like this morning, they had accumulated in this basket. The kids kept putting them in there. I took them out. I brought them down to the basement where I have the kids' school supplies, and I have a Ziploc bag in a container for pencils, and I put them all back in there. Because you know
Nice.
what? When we were renovating, I took those junk bins and put them in. I'm a stacker. So I think you're either a stacker or a stuffer. I'm a stacker.
What's a stacker?
I'm a stuffer.
You're a stuffer. Yeah, you're totally a stuffer. Where you either stuff things or you stack things. So some people will just open a cabinet and stuff it in there and close the door. And I stack things. I take things, I stack them and put them in a bin. I'm a stacker.
Oh, with bins. Yeah.
What are
So-
you, Tricia?
Oh, I'm a stacker.
Yeah.
You're a stacker
Yeah,
too?
stacker.
So when you're doing a wardrobe consult, how does that work?
So if I'm working with someone that is
So let's say you were going to Meredith's house.
So it sounds like I need to get to that bag closet, right?
Oh, yeah, you need a big, so I have a bureau, I have a night table, I have that closet, and then our big closet.
Well,
So
if you were going to go through her wardrobe,
You could get rid of so much. You would just,
That's where-
you'd get rid of so
Right.
much.
That's where we'd start. So whenever I, like, if someone comes to me and they're like, I don't know what my style is, I don't know what to wear, my body's changed, I have a new job, whatever. What is my style? What is my fashion? I'm not excited about my closet anymore. So I will go and pull out everything that is for that season. So doing it by season is very important, especially for people that put things away.
Yeah.
So I'll pick out everything for the current season so we can help you right now. Pull it out, and then I have them leave the room, and I go through and I make outfits out of just what I think goes well together.
Oh, they leave the room.
Mhm. And it's so interesting to see trends, like people that buy multiples or have tons of solids, and all of a sudden there's like a wild print, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing, I love it. They come back in and they're like, oh, I got that for a vacation, I never wear it, I don't know how.
I agree. You're either a solid person or a print
Totally.
person.
I hate prints.
I'm a
Totally.
solid, right? My mother goes, I don't understand. You don't have any print blouses.
So funny. So
Yes.
so that would be something once I put kind of some outfits together in my brain, then and hang them together, and then the customer comes back in and we look at them and they might say, oh yeah, I wear that together. Oh, I've never put that combination together. That happens often. Because when you see your clothes, you think like, oh, I wear this top with these pants, go, and not really taking the time to switch it up. And then we will talk through, like, you have a lot of this color or this size, this silhouette or whatever, and kind of what I think they could inject that's trendy or seasonal or fits them now, especially if they're not a purger, because a lot of people don't purge and they don't even know what they have. And then we start pulling it out and they're like, yeah, those don't fit. Those can go. They haven't fit me for years. But I just used them to make 2 outfits, these gray pants. So now we put that on the list. If you had gray pants that actually fit, you don't buy any because you think you have these ones, but you don't wear them because they don't
Right.
fit. Right now, you have 2 outfits based on what you already had in your closet. So then I start to form a list of things we can inject to, like, fill in gaps or to fit the now or the new style that's aspired. And then we go shopping, physically or virtually. And then the most important part to me is I come back and incorporate the new purchases, because again, I'm not just going to give you the tools and send you on your way. If I'm not telling you how to use them, how does that help you? You just end up with more stuff. So I'll take all the new items you bought, mix it with your existing wardrobe, take pictures. So you have a whole book, print and digital. Now you know how to get dressed. I have
Imagine, Meredith, opening up your digital book.
It's so
and
much
picking out
better,
an
I'm
outfit.
telling you. Yeah.
That's incredible.
And I have people text me like, oh, I have a wedding coming up, or what do you think I could wear? And I'm like, oh, page 4 of your, you could wear that dress, you could wear this, switch those shoes, or whatever. It's kind of creepy because then I know what everyone has, but it's helpful. I have people that call me after I organize, where's my black briefcase? I'm like, I put it on the top shelf. But it's makes it easier. It creates a system. It takes out the guesswork. And then, so it's the same thing with closets. If I go and, someone just has a wire shelf. And
absolutely disgusting.
I have nowhere to put everything. Well, the wire shelves fall down all the time.
Right.
So you're lucky that yours are in there good. Cause
Yeah.
So even in my own house, like it was like 3:00 in the morning. My wire shelf fell down. All my shoe boxes came flying out.
Oh my gosh.
I woke up and was so out of it. Like, there's a ghost in my closet throwing shoes at me. That's literally what my brain told me was happening. Okay, sure. But anyhow, they fall down all the time. So say I'm going in and we're like, all right, I'm looking at your wardrobe and you wear tons of athletic wear. You have all of these like sweatpants or sweatshirts. You have jeans. Where do they go? All you have is hanging space, so that's why they're in laundry baskets on the floor, and you have this one top shelf that's so high you can't reach, so you just football launch all of your clothes up there, and then they're falling down piles that you never pull anything out of because it'll make a mess. So how can we rearrange this to give you, maybe eliminate some of the hanging space that you don't need to add some of the shelving, and then create the system.
Brilliant. I can't
Yes.
get past the lookbook.
I know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I want to
It's
say,
so
hey,
helpful.
Siri, what should I wear today?
No, seriously.
Because I really don't know. I
Seriously.
can't put my clothes together at all.
Well, and I tell people, even if you put something together one day and you're like, oh, I'm feeling it. This is cute. This is good. Just take a picture in a mirror really quick. Save it in an album in your phone, outfits. Right.
There you go.
Then
That
if
is
you,
brilliant.
yeah. So then if you ever need inspiration, or it's like, because like, again, when we look at our wardrobe, it's just so like mundane to us. It's like, all right, I wear this with this. It's summer now. I wear this. Okay. But if there's like a day that you're like, I feel really good, or, oh yeah, these shoes, I forgot I had these. Take a picture. And the way that clothing evokes emotion is crazy. So just when you felt good in that outfit, when you look back at the picture, you're going to feel good about it again. Do you know what I'm saying?
Great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Make yourself feel good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, how many people do you ever look in your closet and say, I have nothing to wear?
Says everyone.
Yeah.
So
Says everyone
crazy.
all
Right.
the time. But then, and that's why I also take everything out of someone's closet when I'm going through their wardrobe, because everyone thinks they have nothing. And everyone says, oh, you're going to make fun of me. I've never, has that happened? Never. And I find good stuff like holiday sweaters. I love to find Santa sweaters and like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer light up. So like,
You should head right over to Meredith's house.
there's always something fun, but never anything that I'm like, oh. Okay, how many do you have?
Meredith adores an ugly sweater.
You gotta have an ugly sweater. There might be an emergency need for gold and ugly sweaters.
That's right.
In that case, you gotta be prepared.
I mean, but you know what? I'm going to be honest. It sounds exhausting to me.
I don't.
The process.
Wait, I have
I
another
have to be in a
question.
mental state to be. I have to be.
Yeah.
It's got to. But so much of what I do, are
Totally.
you guys like that? Like so much of what I do, I have to be in. I could walk by something that needs to be done. For example, I had pictures that needed to be hung on my walls. I am the worst picture hanger in the history of picture hanging.
I think they have the new
Command
laser beam
strips.
thing
Those
though,
are the
and
best.
command
but they fall
strips.
down.
I don't have that problem. I don't,
We did, and a picture that
Yeah,
was
I've
right
heard
over my
that.
son's head fell on his head at 4 a.m.
don't use command strip. Why are these ghosts always waking people up in their
Exactly.
bedrooms?
Thankfully, he hung that one.
Whoopsie-doodles.
But anyway, I had to walk by this for a couple of weeks, maybe even longer, and I put them out for me to see it so that I
would do it.
I would do it because I knew
I've done that.
eventually
Yep.
the moment would hit. And I'd say, all right, I'm
Doing
doing
it.
this now, which it did.
Yeah.
But why is that? Why? Why is it like all of a sudden the stars align and you have the energy to do it? And it was like at like
know.
7 o'clock at night on a Friday night. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm going to do this.
You had the energy to do it. You
What?
just had the energy
That's how.
that night.
That's what happens.
but I wonder why.
ADD. I think it's a. I use that to give myself grace because I know, like when your brain is being pulled in a million directions, especially with kids, family, dinner, whatever, appointments, calls, emails, it's exhausting. And I know, like, I've left a project and it's annoying me every time I walk by it, but I also know myself. And as soon as my mind gets clarity, and maybe it's the weight of some of that other stuff being gone or dealt with, I will do it. Like, there will be a day that I have the energy to do that. So I'm just going to patiently wait until
It hits.
that day comes. Because it does. It hits out of
It
nowhere, like
does.
you said. Like right now, I have to do that right now. That laundry's been sitting there for 2 weeks, but this is what I have to do right now.
Yes.
Roll with it. Wing it.
So funny.
There are
Go
some
with it.
people though that immediately get shit done. Lauren gets stuff done. She is not a procrastinator. Whatever she has to do, she does it.
Good for her.
She does it. She just gets it done.
Even
she packed up her
grocery shopping?
entire house by herself and moved into a new house by herself. She did it.
go, girl.
Her projects are unbelievable. She has to go to Costco, whatever she has to do, she just does it. Now I have one more question about the closet.
Yeah.
How are you organizing? What's the best way for people to organize? Should they organize by color,
I
style?
love that question.
What? How do we do it?
So I'm not a big organized by color person
Okay.
because I feel like we live in New England, and if it's freezing out, or like right now it's freezing this morning, it's hot in the afternoon, that doesn't encourage me to wear an orange shirt.
Yeah.
That encouraged me to wear layers or something, that I can remove. So for me, color is not the first thing. I prefer to organize by classification. So all of your sweaters together, all of your cardigans, blazers, long sleeve, short sleeve, tank tops, that, and then colorizing can come secondary. I like a light to dark or a rainbow. I mean, it gets fun. I just feel like that should be a secondary thing. First is occasion, weather. Also, where in your closet is the prime real estate, which typically it is in the middle, eye level. So put right there what you wear all the time. And that's a mistake some people make, like with off sizes, or, this is my goal item. Well, don't have it right here. If that's the only thing you see, you think everything else around it is no good. Put that back there out of sight and put what you actually need. Even another trend in closets now is valet rods, which I love. And it's just the rod that you just pull out and you can hang anything on. So if you have something new that you want to wear that week or whatever, hang it there. If you pull something out of your closet, I haven't worn this in a while, hang it there as a reminder to wear it. Put your outfit for the next day or whatever occasion you have that week. That's a big trend too that is helping people get organized, and I like that because it lets you highlight something.
How do you store bras? So
it's funny. In drawers mostly, but I myself, and I know a lot of people that like to hang bras. So like for me, I have the rack on the back of the door, you put like towels, robes. I hang my bras on those. I know people that have like the S hooks, hang them in their closets. I think that's preference. I feel like I need to air out. Like, I don't know, I need to.
That's what I do.
Take it
I
over
just
here.
thought it was I thought I was weird.
You're not weird.
Okay.
No.
Mine are too big to put in a drawer. They take up too
Mine
space.
are going to be
and
so
they're too awkward.
tiny soon. I have to go bra shopping. I'm going to have the cutest bras
Are you going to
ever.
get a water bra or an air bra?
No, neither. I'm just going to
are
get
gonna have
lacy,
cute little bras.
teeny bras.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I keep mine in the
you.
drawer.
I think
by
they
the
need to
way.
be aired out too. And your exercise clothes.
Yep.
I have to hang after I wear them.
A lot of people do that, yeah.
I know. Well, I wash them, so they go in the hamper, and then they're in drawers.
I mean, if they're
I roll
sweaty,
them up.
Yeah.
Then I
Yeah,
wash
but
them
if it's like,
Yeah.
a sports bra, you did a few things, and I can wear that one more time.
Yeah. I probably wear them a lot longer than I should.
I won't tell.
Interesting.
And I have to buy a washing machine, you guys. Is that the most dreadful task?
Not fun.
To have to go research washing machines?
Not fun
Call
at
the
all.
problem solver. They'll research for
I
you.
would legit pay him, give him the model of the dryer.
But honestly, all you have to do is put it on Facebook. Everybody else will do the research for
Yeah,
you.
well, I did
very
it in my
true.
group girlfriend thread, and they were like, whatever you do, don't get a front loader. And I'm like, and don't get a stackable. I'm like, I have a stackable front loader, and that's what I have to get again because it's what the space dictates.
Oh, great.
It's dreadful. Sorry, I just burdened you.
So
I'm
wait,
excited
you
about
have
your boobs.
Wait, you have a stackable, but you only have to replace one of them?
Just the washer broke. So I'm going to reach out. I don't know if Washington Toma, Donna over there, she did all my appliances before. I don't think they sell washer dryers, but I was going to call her and just ask her again. Someone else pick it out. It's
not
dreadful.
fun.
And
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
have time. And my husband was like, I'm like, do you have time to research? He was like, sure. And so he just sent it off to me. I'm like, that was fast. And I look, and it's a medium. I'm like, we don't have a medium space, so that was not helpful.
That's not going to work.
Actually, I know who would do it. Shay.
Shay would totally
She totally
do it.
would.
Yeah, I should put her on it.
Put her on it.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I have a project for you.
Yeah.
Does not sound fun to me.
Those kids, they know a lot more than we do.
Yeah, they do.
That's true.
Gregory just researched my entire family.
Really?
Yes, the part that, the Quint family, he just found everybody. Washington, D.C.,
Some
Virginia.
people can do that.
He found obituaries. It was a whole thing for another day, Tricia.
Just on the computer on his own?
Yeah, on his own.
So I had, real quick, I had someone that needed to be found for a deal, and I offered a finder's fee. And one of the attorneys I worked with said, I know someone who can do this. And it was her daughter. And
They're good.
I had researched and
Super
researched
sleuths.
and researched. And she's in her 20s. She said, what better than a 20-year-old female to find a 20-year-old, 20-something-year-old male?
amazing.
And she had him
Seriously.
within 12 hours.
It's crazy.
We all
Girls,
know
we're
that
running out of
person.
time.
Yeah.
So we love you, Tricia, so
Yes.
much. So anybody looking to redo their closet should call Tricia.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
you should
Give us
have
your
her
social. What are your socials?
Trust in Trisha.
.co.
That's website.
And that's
Trust in
your
Trisha,
your
Instagram
Facebook and Instagram?
Yep,
Good.
yep.
Awesome.
And TRICIA. I am not a TRISHA.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
TRI. Yeah, no.
CIA, because it's Patricia.
Oh.
I don't.
Meanwhile, I had you as, because I did it quickly, I put her in as Tricia Cruz. I'm like, Tricia Cruz is coming on? Trisha, she's a realtor.
You never know.
I'm like, wait a minute, that's not Tricia Cruz. And if you're building a new home, you should have Tricia come in.
Yes.
And if you're moving into a new home, you should have Tricia come in
Yes.
and help you organize
If you
your closet.
have a home, you should have me come
Right.
in.
Yeah.
If you just have a home in general,
Yeah.
you should have Tricia come in.
Yes. Get organized, put away all the things,
Let's do it.
take a load off.
Let's do it, girls.
All right, thanks for coming.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Always
so
fun.
much fun.